Hey booze, hey, do your blankets feel like super glue in the morning? Well sis, it's time to shake them off. Welcome to Wake Up Happy Sis, the show that jumpstarts your day with a bang. We're strolling down these self-care streets as we navigate the maze of wellness and healing. We're helping you live happy, healed, and whole. And we do it all with a hearty dose of belly laughs for good measure. Stay tuned and get ready to wake up happy, sis. Welcome, everybody. Hey, booze. Hey, all over the world. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Wake Up Happy Sis Show. I'm your host with the most, Leanne Dulce, your Chief Self-Love Officer at Wake Up Happy Sis. And we're broadcasting live on KCCR Cityscape Radio. And we're here to help you get your day started with a little vigor, a little vision. And today we're diving into a special episode. It's titled The Strength in Every Step. And it's in honor of Physical Wellness Month. So we're getting up, we're getting out, and we're moving a little bit, okay? So have you ever thought about how every step that you take moves you not just physically, but it elevates your entire life? We're exploring the powerful connections between movement, mental clarity, and your professional journey. We're going to unpack the transformative effects of physical activity on your personal and your professional life with insights from our guest, Sherry Robinson, who's really turned her trials into triumphs through resilience and a relentless commitment to wellness. So, as always, grab your favorite cup of whatever you want to drink in the morning, because we don't judge you, right? It's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world. Tie up those laces and get ready to be inspired. It's time to discover how every step you take is towards a better, bolder, more fabulous you. So let's get into it. Let's bring my fabulous co-host, Sharonda, to the stage. And whoop, whoop. And we're going to welcome our guest, Sherry. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi, ladies.
How's everyone doing on this fabulous and glorious Thursday morning?
Ma'am, I just
Good.
came from I'm feeling fabulous and trying to cool down and stuff.
Right. So, Sherry, welcome to the Wake Up Happy Sis Show. We're so happy that you could be here with us today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So, good morning, everyone. Yes, my name is Sherry Robinson. I am born and raised from Chicago, Illinois. I'm still here in Chicago. I am an author, first time self-published author. I have my book that's currently out on Amazon, Beauty for Ashes, The Actual Truth About Love Is Not a Fairy Tale, long title, but so I have that out in my professional. I work in nonprofit project management.
Nice. Well, we're definitely going to get into a little bit more about that book. And hopefully you got a copy of it there. You could just be like, bow, here it is, So, see, because you're supposed to have it on deck, like, bow.
Well, all right.
Okay.
Yes, always ready.
You'll have to put it in front of your body so we will be able to. There you go. Okay. Yes, we're going to talk about that book. Yes. So, today we are really going to be talking about movement and mindset, right? How are the ways that we are going to be able to use movement, use physical wellness to enhance all aspects of our lives? And good morning to our favorite listener, Tanya. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I want to start by talking about movement, the connection between movement and mindset. So kind of exploring some of the psychological benefits of having regular physical activity. And you guys just jump in whenever you want, because we're all on different aspects of our own journey. As you get older, that kind of movement thing is a lot more important because we have to maintain flexibility. And as we get older, we start getting the little stray aches and pains. And movement and maintaining flexibility, is going to help in maintaining our longevity. And I don't intend to go nowhere. I want to be 99 with my grandson holding me while I drop it down 2 inches. That's,
Hold on for a second.
it's gonna be kind of drop it.
Say that my host is just being the host and being super
No,
today.
that's all right.
I mean, that's my goal. That's my goal.
Yeah.
I was at a party once, and grandma had to be 99, maybe 102. And she was out there. Her grandson was holding her. She was dancing, and it only dropped that much. But I know,
but she did drop though.
She could do it though.
She could do it. So that's one of the great things about kind of maintaining our flexibility, maintaining our physical health and wellness. And it could be different activities like yoga, running, walking. It's really going to help you, one, enhance your mental clarity, keep your mind sharp. It's going to significantly, if I could talk today, clear brain fog. And the older you get,
Damn, stop talking about me.
I'm just saying, the older I get, I'll be in the middle of something and I feel like I've got some kind of condition, because a lot of times I'll be like, I have to jog myself back into what I was thinking in the middle of a sentence. So physical activity is going to help us keep that sharpness up there, boost our creativity and our decision making. Neuroscience research shows that exercise facilitates neurogenesis, the creation of new brain cells, enhancing cognitive function over time. So make sure that, for me, when I go walking, that's when I have my best thoughts and ideas. That's when I can rehash things that have gone on in my day that may not have gone well, that I want to fix, where I can think about problems I have, right? Yes, Tanya, plenty of rest helps with your cognition as well. Yes, we got to lay it down sometimes. Now, it also helps with stress reduction. Think about when you've been mad and you be like, I just need to get out of here, right? You're going to go walking, or some people go to those. I want to go to one of those smash rooms because when you're stressed and you're anxious, what that physical exercise is doing is going to help lower your cortisol levels and increase your endorphins, because that's what helps alleviate the stress. So sometimes it's doing that strenuous activity, boxing, running, that helps. It's just that getting your blood circulating, getting our insides moving, because it's going to help us. Now, y'all just jump in. I don't want to be the only one over here talking.
For me,
I'm listening.
The sweat rolling, the feel of sweat rolling, that makes me feel accomplished. Like my rude ass body parts be cussing me out on a regular sometimes, and we just really don't get along sometimes. And my husband found this guy called Knees Over Toes guy that helps to work out the muscles behind the knees, because you're always going forward, right? But you don't work the transpose of those muscles need to be worked out as well. And let me tell you, 5 to 10, 15 minutes walking backwards. You can do it in the road. You could like set your treadmill on like 8 and shut it off. And so the angle will be maintained and stuff. And so I'm walking backwards and I got sweat. I'm like, oh shit. Then I get on the doggone cycle and get another 15 minutes in. Girl, it take 2 days for my doggone gym clothes to dry out. I'm like, just leave it on the doggone floor. Just leave it on the floor.
Just leave it on the floor. No, you got to get one of them little racks. You just get one of them little racks and just put it on the rack.
And I feel so accomplished, and I do it first thing in the morning, and getting my that's when I'm on with you, Leanne. That's where I'm coming from. I'm coming from working out and getting my shower in, a little bit of something to eat and stuff. But definitely that physical fitness when we're up in age, because my body parts impersonate cereal boxes, snap, crackle, and pop sometimes, you know. I know it's just me I'm talking about. It cannot be
It
anybody else. That's
definitely
not
ain't
happening
just
to
you,
y'all, right?
baby. I get up sometimes. I
Well,
have to adjust myself to get out the bed. Do that first couple of steps, and yet me be like, you know.
Gotta lube them joints, ma'am.
Now, what about you, Sherry? What about you? Tell us.
I was gonna say for me, as you were talking, really, I like to walk. It's for me, it's more of a mental thing. It gives me a lot of clarity. I'm able to have that time to talk with God, talk with myself. You know, I know people say you ain't supposed to answer yourself, but sometimes you do got to answer your own
Hey.
self. But it's a time for me to really just have some clarity, and to
Mm-hmm.
not be around other people. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I need that. And that's
Oh,
I know
yes.
for me, especially during the pandemic, that really helped me maintain and get through, because that was a period of time where you weren't able to go out,
Mm,
and I found myself, I need to just be free. I just need to have some room, some space, and so I started walking in the morning, and that
Mm-hmm.
really helped me, give me some clarity. It gave me some centeredness, and I was able to just make it through the rest of the day. And so I
Mm-hmm.
kind of fell off after things cleared up with the pandemic. And so I found myself, I'm starting back to kind of like venture toward that. Like, okay, I need that again. I need to have that just, time just to myself, outside of anybody, and to just be able to just be in nature. Sometimes you need that. You really do.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Because it's also going to help you improve your mood, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Definitely.
moderate exercise, the link between that moderate exercise, and we're not even talking about extra strenuous, moderate amounts of
Mm-hmm.
exercise
Yeah.
and improved moods has been well documented, right?
Yeah.
Because it increases our what? Serotonin levels. And that brightens your mood and it enhances a positive mindset throughout the day. So when we get that physical activity in the morning, we're feeling accomplished, we're feeling good about ourselves, we got a good little sweat worked up,
Mm.
that serotonin is being released. And now it's helping us carry us through the rest of the day,
Yes.
right?
So important.
Yes. And it helps increase your resilience as well. So think about like strength training. You're doing stuff so that over time you are building up your physical toughness, but also your mental toughness as well. So I remember when I first started working out with a trainer, this was some years ago, I cried every day after those sessions because I was frustrated. I couldn't do anything, you know. But over time, you realize, okay, now I can do these burpees. Now I can do, I know I'm doing squats properly. Now I'm doing, once you building that up and you see the change in your body, it changes your mind as well. Because you're realizing, okay, if I can do this, then I can handle all these other little things that come at me as well, you
That's
know?
really true.
And so I think it's important that we keep ourselves moving. It doesn't matter. Even they have for people who are more sedentary and maybe you have a lot of knee problems that you cannot walk. They have chair yoga. They have different chair exercises that you can do. They have wall Pilates, which I'm about to start wall Pilates because I want to try that. You know, we just have to be open to new and various kinds of movement of our body. Just get up and dance. Hell, if you go, they have an app. I don't remember what it's called, but they have an app that is you're doing just different little dance moves, right? You're learning all these little cutesy little new, the little TikTok dances and stuff. That is a great way of exercise. I had a friend, that's how she exercised because she was always dancing.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Hmm.
her form of exercise, is dancing. People don't think about that. They're like, what,
That's true.
dancing? Yes. Think about if you was doing a running man for 10 minutes straight.
Oh,
Baby, you'd be getting some exercise in, right?
yeah.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
I think that's important. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about, I'm going to ask you guys a question. So with respect to work, Do you think that exercise can really help you manage work-related stress?
I would say definitely. For me, I work remote at this point. I mean, I do have some times where I have to go into the office, but for the most part, I'm at home. So I definitely think for me, having that form of activity, that release, it helps relieve a lot of stress.
I would agree. What about you, Sharonda? Think back to your military days.
Oh gosh, that was our life. Like just about every single day, we getting up and push up, sit ups, run. This is back in last century when I was still a teenager and stuff. When we could do that, and like without questioning, your body would just fucking do what it was told to do and stuff.
Right.
When I was a teenager. Now, like almost 30 years later, 35 years later, it's a whole conversation with my body parts now and stuff. And it's just so, yeah, so it don't take much. Just remember that a body in motion stays in motion.
That's
And
right.
the older we get, it's harder sometimes to get it to move. But once you get that doggone momentum, absolutely. For the thing that I didn't understand, you were talking about the pandemic. So working in a federal arena, you have the opportunity to knock off an hour or two of your workday so you can go and work out and stuff. Tell
Now
me why. That sounds good, right? That sounds like the that is a employee benefit that everybody can take advantage of. Tell me why they shut it off during the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
We still the same employees, and we still need to dog. I mean, we need some
Yeah.
type of an outlet
Yeah.
while you stressing us the fuck out during the day. You know?
And especially during the pandemic, it was way more heightened stress and fear
Definitely.
and everything, especially if you were working in the government sector, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where
Mm-hmm.
some of those shutdowns weren't full shutdowns, right?
Mm-mm.
Because you guys were seen as what they call them, essential workers. So you
Mhm.
still have to be front and center.
And the
And
thing,
now
and
you're telling me that I cannot now take use of this benefit that has been helping me, that studies and statistics and metrics show it helps keep your workforce a little less stressed. And when it's in a very stressful situation, like,
you
come on.
see, they were trying to kill me just about. They were trying to kill me. Like you take it away by doggone exercise that was on you. But of course, me being me, I was still getting my doggone physical fitness in. They just weren't trying to pay me for it and stuff. So
Right.
I was still finding a YouTube video or is I mean you can find anything you want on YouTube. I found this lady called Shelly somebody. She does fabulous 50s, and it's workouts for women over the age of 50, and it's not strenuous. You're not on your knees, you're just constantly moving. You get rest breaks and stuff, and I find it's very doggone satisfying for some low impact exercise and stuff. So like on a day like today, like I walk my dog. See, between the house and the end of the driveway, we fighting over who get to walk who and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because he like to grab the dog on leash and stuff. Like, dude,
Oh,
I,
wait. Oh,
I
wait.
got thumbs. I get to walk you,
Let
right?
me take the leash.
It's a whole thing. Every single time.
He said he's going to walk himself. He said, I'm going to walk myself today. You don't worry about it. You rest. I'm going to walk myself.
Basically and stuff. So,
No,
power struggle and stuff.
I
as
was
you
watching
know.
this thing on TikTok where the lady is all stressed about her dogs. She can't find her two dogs. One's a big dog, one's a little dog. They done took each other on a walk.
Yeah.
Obviously, she was moving too slow.
Too slow.
They both had their leashes on, so she must have put their leashes on and went to do something in the house real quick. They was like, we don't need you.
They just like a kid. You cannot tell a
The
kid that
big
you
one
have to do
was
something
holding
and
the
then walk
leash.
away.
Look, the big one was holding the leash of the little one, and they just came prancing back up the driveway like, we're done with our walk.
I have a dog, and definitely they have their own mind. So yes, definitely.
Oh yes. Okay, so we've all said that Walking is one of our favorite outlets, but what other types of physical activity do you guys find helps kind of improve your mood? For me, it's definitely dancing. I love to dance.
Mm-hmm.
I may not be able to do all the dances, but I'm gonna do something.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are the things that you guys like to do?
I find that working, um, like when you're working on an app, I found that the Peloton app is only like maybe $13 or $14 a month or whatever, and they keep track of your workouts and stuff, and they reward you with milestone badges and stuff like that. And oh, good job. Tanya said that what is the strength in maintaining this damn perimenopause? Tanya, quit telling my business, ma'am. I'm there with you. I'm there with you. Can somebody address this, please? What is the strength in maintaining what she say during menopause, perimenopause?
I think, well, let's say for me, when I was perimenopausal, I'm 52 now. So at this point, I feel like I've been in menopause for a second. But perimenopause is just like having menopause. You feel the same symptoms of having menopause. And I think at that point, that's where it's even more important to have physical activity because your body is going through a bunch of different hormonal changes at that time,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
Trying to shut some systems off, trying to, prepare for those who still have periods to not have periods no more.
I'm just saying, if y'all seen my period, tell a bitch to stay away. Is all I'm saying. That's all I need you to do for me. Because y'all on my side and everything. If you see that heifer, tell her to stay where she at because she playing peekaboo. Okay, she come when she want to. She unruly and rude and disrespectful to me.
Disrespectful. But I think it's important that we have those outlets because as your body is going through all those different hormonal changes, you have to adjust the exercises and the movement, your nutrition. You have to start changing a lot of things because your body is no longer reacting to things the same way. And sometimes you feel like your body is a whole trailer. Okay. Start by going to your doctor. Talk to your doctor. There may be medicines or treatments that you can go through to help relieve some of the symptoms, right? But they may also put you on a different nutrition plan, a different vitamin plan, a different exercise plan, right? Because we have to now figure out how do we get these other levels, cortisol, our I'm about to say testosterone, but that's not the right one. Progesterone, all the different levels of different, what do you call them in our system? My brain just stopped working. Endorphins, all of that. We have to figure out how to get them back in balance and in alignment. Because when you're going through perimenopause and menopause, everything's out of whack. So you have to figure out what your levels are so that you can understand how to raise them. Exercise is going to help you do or raise all of those levels. So you're going to have to figure out what are these new exercises that you can do because you may find out you have knee and joint problems. Okay, I can't be doing a bunch of squats and I can't do burpees and things like that anymore, right? My knees told me burpees is out for me, right? I
Indeed.
can't really do jumping jacks a lot anymore. So I have
we
to
stay
kind
on
of
the ground. We stay on the ground. Leave
Hmm.
that for the young one.
Right. Tanya, you should go talk to a doctor. I am not a medical professional. None of us here are medical professionals, and we cannot advise you properly. We can tell you what I did, like I said, was go and talk to my doctor. So you should get a doctor to tell you what you need to do. We can't tell you that part. I am a big fan of making sure we go to doctors and we are getting the answers and the help that we need. Okay. Yeah. She's like, okay. Yeah. Now don't make me come for you over there, Tanya. Get to the doctor. Get to the doctor. So we're gonna take a short pause for the cause. You've been listening to the Wake Up Happy Sis show on KCCR Cityscape Radio, where we're changing the narrative for our people because we're always telling our story our way, unapologetically. And we've got our special guest, Sherry Robinson. We're going to be back. We're going to start talking about kind of physicality and its effects on our professional life. Okay. And then we're going to talk also about Sherry's book. So, am I actually saying your name right? Is it Sherry or Cherie?
Yes, you
Because
are.
sometimes,
Sherry.
okay,
Sherry.
I just want to make sure because I look, I'll just make up and I'll be like, I think it's Sherry. We're gonna go with that.
No, you fine, Sherry.
Good. All right, we'll be right back after this word. Hey, sis. Ever feel like you're on the verge of a meltdown? Are you overwhelmed from juggling your job, your family, and trying to fit in me time, but seriously dropping the ball on that last one? Guess what? You're not alone. Introducing the Burnout Recovery Kit. It's your 14-day lifeline to go from burnt out to lit up. Get ready to reclaim your joy, energy, and that I got this attitude. Grab your free ebook, a purpose-driven workbook, daily email prompts, as well as SMS boosters and Q&A sessions. It's like a spa day for your soul, and guess what? It's totally free. Don't waste another minute feeling drained. Go to officialburnoutrecoverykit.com right now and kickstart your transformation. The Burnout Recovery Kit, because you deserve to be at the top of your own to-do list. Don't just cope. Thrive, sis. One day I'm going to play that song, play the whole actual song for you.
I so wish you would.
I'm gonna load it up so that you can actually, we're gonna play it once. I don't know what I'm gonna play it around, but we're gonna play it so you can hear. I have my own theme song, Sherry, that I had professionally created for one of my older businesses, but it's still a little jam.
Okay.
It's like a little natural hair, a natural girl's anthem. So I'm gonna play that. Like everybody should hear it, and everybody should have it in their rotation somewhere. Is what I feel like. So, okay, let's talk about this book. Sherry, tell us
Okay.
a little bit more about your book.
Sure. So my book, Beauty for Ashes, The Actual Truth About Love is Not a Fairy Tale. I look at actual several couples from the Bible. I'm a Christian, so I, talk about a few couples from the Old to the New Testament, and I look at their love story, right? Everybody has a journey. And so I, go through each story and, I take you through this journey, and then I kind of bring a modern day twist to it, as if to say, if you were living in that time, if you was that person, what would you think about the situation? I ask you a few questions at the end of each chapter just to get your mind going. And that's it. I just want you to come away from reading the book knowing that there is redemption and there's still hope. I went through my own story of, getting married and it not working out within 6 weeks of getting married. And this was 2021, right during the pandemic. I got to kind of bring that back up again, but that was what was going on. And so for me, this was part of my healing process. We're talking about physical health as well as the mental and emotional health. And so for me, this was birthed during a time where I was healing. I had experienced a lot of trauma, and so this was an opportunity that I was blessed to have through the Holy Spirit to be able to, write this book and to put it out. And so I'm just thankful to be here to, talk to you all and your audience about it.
Yeah, so I think that's awesome because I think for a lot of people, the pandemic really did bring about a lot of challenges. One,
Yes.
we weren't sequestered, if you will, with people, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's enough. That was enough to make and break a lot of relationships.
Yes.
Because people
or bring them together.
Yeah, that's why I said make or break.
Mm-hmm.
It made some, it brought some people closer together. But I think it also maybe highlighted where some relationships maybe weren't evenly matched. Right.
Yes.
And that stress and all that, like you said, that's going to wear heavily on your physical, your mental, and your emotional
Mhm.
well-being. And so during that time, we have to get into more constructive outlets for our feelings, for our emotions, for our mental health. So I think that's good that you took that time and you didn't just say, you know what, this didn't work, I'm a failure. Because a lot of times we try to beat up on ourselves instead of giving ourselves grace. So I
Mhm.
applaud
Yeah.
you for saying, let me look at some other love stories. Let me see how other people made it through, or even if they didn't, what lessons were taken from that. So I applaud you for doing
Yeah.
that. And everybody, tell the name again. Y'all go out and pick up the book.
So the name of the book is Beauty for Ashes. The actual truth about love is not a fairy tale.
And can they buy that on Amazon and the major little areas, or do they have to go a specific place to buy it?
No, so it's actually on Amazon.
Okay, great. So
Mm.
look, y'all already heard it. It's on Amazon. Go ahead. She showed you earlier what the book looks like, so you know what it looks like when you go get it. Go on and pick it up. Let's learn. Like she said, there's redemption for all of us. Because we make a mistake does not mean we are broken. We are can never be redeemed from that.
Yeah.
Everybody makes a mistake. It's how you recover from it. We get back up and we work on ourselves.
If you're smart, it only take you one time.
Yes. So Tanya
Thank you,
says
Tanya.
trauma into progress by producing a book. Great achievement. I agree.
Thank you so much.
I think a lot of us have books inside of us, right? That we need to let the world needs to know. So you can
Definitely.
turn that trauma into, yeah, you can definitely turn that trauma into a triumph.
Yeah. We all have a story. That's the thing,
Mm.
you know. We all have been through our experiences and definitely we all have something to talk about.
Definitely. So let's talk about the power of physicality in professional life. So one of the things I want to kind of talk about incorporating fitness into your daily routine and how it can elevate your career and your personal effectiveness, right? So, like Sharonda started with when she was in the military or working in the government sector, she they paid for you to take time to work out, then they took it away, right? But I want to talk about some of the benefits so that employers can understand the importance of promoting health and wellness to their employees and how
Mhm.
it can affect your bottom line,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because the first thing is you're going to have boosted professional performance. Regular physical activity can actually help enhance your concentration, your mental sharpness, and those things directly influence your work performance. So, a study from the Journal of Occupational Health Psychology reported that employees who engage in regular physical activity are more productive and have lower absentee rates because they're getting sick less. They have very strong immune systems, right? They're full of energy. They don't have to get their energy from 6 cups of coffee a day. Now, I'm not saying anything against coffee drinkers because I don't want y'all coming for me. But, you know, we need that. So when you invest in your employees and in their physical health, you're investing in your bottom line because you're going to have employees who are performing better. They're happier. They're going to be at work more often, right? Physical fitness can also lead to improved leadership skills because it does what? As you start looking better and feeling better, you have boosted self-confidence, and you have a more commanding presence because you're going to start standing up straight. Okay, you're going to get you a new little suit because you like, oh, your girl done lost 2 sizes. I needs to go on and tighten it up, right? We
Hmm.
need to, we need to realized that things like martial arts training, team sports, these kind of things develop leaders. They help you develop different leadership skills like discipline, resilience, and strategic thinking. All marks of great leaders, right? So we have to look at that. So not only are we getting more productive people when we invest in our employees' wealth and health, there we go.
Yep.
We're also getting leaders. We're also building leaders in our organizations.
There's even organizations out there that will pay for gym memberships.
Mm-hmm.
Pay for gym memberships because they're investing in their workforce and workhorse, quote unquote.
Yes. I think Microsoft, I had friends who worked in Microsoft, that they had these gym memberships, this that you could actually go to the gym, or the companies have, some of these companies have gyms on site,
And
right?
tracks and stuff. Yep.
Because they see the importance of physical fitness and physical health on their workforce. So they're
Mm-hmm.
going to push and promote that. Now, a lot of smaller companies sometimes can't afford to do those things, but what you can do is give people a little more flexibility in their work schedules so that they have time to go to work out or whatever,
Yep.
right?
I even saw at the VA clinic that so the situation is it's like in one of those type of places like a business center where you have like a maze of buildings and
Mm-hmm.
it's different things in there. I saw clinicians out in the parking lot doing laps and stuff around the building. There was no pronounced track per se, but you got sidewalks that these clinicians are. Now you have to look and pay attention to what the clinicians are doing. If they're out there, getting their steps in and stuff on a
Mm-hmm.
break, it's something to be said about that.
Oh yeah,
So
and that's a great way to network. You
mm-hmm,
can start a walking club
mm-hmm,
or in a little exercise club that, like you said, on breaks,
mm-hmm.
on lunch, whatever, you guys just go and take you a little 15 minutes, three times a day, 15 minutes, 3 times a day. You've got 45 minutes in of exercise,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take long and it doesn't have to be all these grandiose things that we're doing,
That's
right?
for free. Get out there, lace up them tennis shoes, and get on out there.
And then I wanted to talk about the concept of managing your energy, not your time. So, fitness actually helps people manage their energy levels efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Tony Schwartz Energy Project highlighted how managing energy rather than time has always led to higher productivity and satisfaction at work. So, instead of focusing on, I worked out for 30 minutes or I worked out for this or whatever, or I'm here for 8 hours. Focus on your energy level. Focus on doing things that are going to keep your energy high throughout the day. Keep your little healthy snacks. Get up, and even if you're just getting up and you take a walk around the floor in
Mm-hmm.
your building,
Yep.
because it ain't always nice outside,
It's not,
but
and
you
I,
can still
I
walk in the building.
I would do that because when I noticed that one of my coworkers she about to spin out of control, I'll make her stop what she doing and just get up
Yeah.
and walk. Because if we were in
Mhm.
a, I think it was like a mail office or something back in the day, so it's a really long warehouse. So we would just get up and take a lap or two until she cooled down enough, and then come back to her desk and stuff before she had to go postal or something. But that helped out a whole lot to have a ranger buddy and be like, come on, just stop what you just come on, let's go take a lap or two and come back, and you would have cooled down and talked it out amongst yourselves and stuff and got back to work and stuff. So there's plenty
Cooler
of
heads,
ways.
cooler heads will prevail
Mhm.
once you've gotten
Absolutely.
a chance to get some exercise, separate yourself from whatever that stressor is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's important.
Mm-hmm.
So, what ways do you guys kind of integrate fitness into your kind of busy workday? What are some ways that you guys find to do that?
I get mine out the way in the morning because after the day get done with me, I don't want to do nothing but grab that couch and that remote. So it behooves me to get
Get
it done as soon as I get out there. As soon as I become vertical, I'm putting on my doggone workout clothes.
okay. What about you, Sherry?
As far as the physical, that's something that I really need to get a lot better with. Besides the walking, if I'm just where I'm in the house, I might just take a couple of laps up and down the stairs just to kind of
Yeah.
get some blood flowing. But also it's just something that I can kind of do for free. And
Mm-hmm.
if you do that a couple of times, you winded. So, and then I have my dog here. I'll tell her, hey, come on, let's go up and down these stairs real quick. I mean, it might seem like that's minor. It might not. It might seem like that's kind of basic, but doing things like that, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes, it not only gives you the physical aspect, but it also is the mental. It's
Mm-hmm.
also elevating the
Mhm.
emotional. Because
Mm-hmm.
if I'm kind of getting agitated about something, hey, let me go and take that run up and down the stairs, and I'm going. By the time I get down, being cleared my head about
Mm-hmm.
whatever issue.
Definitely. Definitely. For me, one of the things that's why I like having a dog because you're required to get out and take him on walks. So between 7 and 7:30 every morning, we're out walking. Now he
Mm-hmm.
only 5 pounds, so he's not walking too far. But we get our little walk in, we get our
Mm-hmm.
exercise in. We go out every couple of hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that he can get his walk in. I'll get my exercise in. Even sometimes if it's just getting, sometimes it's just the fact of getting out of the house,
Mm-hmm.
right? Getting out of the house, especially when you work at home. You could also get one of those. I have a standing desk.
Oh, good.
So the desk that I'm sitting at now is a standing desk as well. So one of the things I want to get is, how they have the little treadmill, but it's only the bottom part. I think I
Mm-hmm.
want to get one of those because I've seen a lot of people that when they're on meetings,
Mm-hmm.
they're just walking,
Yep. My mother
right?
had one of those. Yep. Just put it right up underneath the table and just keep it moving.
Yeah. You can do chair yoga. We were on a call and one of the ladies was showing us just some things that you can do. Midday stretching. Like Sharonda
Hmm.
said, walking around the building. If you work in a building that has multiple floors, just like Sherry said, just go walk the stairs a couple of times, right? We have to be creative about how we are integrating fitness into our daily lives. And
Mm-hmm.
even if you're just now starting, don't feel like you have to go and run a marathon. Don't feel like you have to go and jump in and now I got to do an hour and 2 hours of start small. If you are
Yep.
just getting
And
back
be
into working
consistent.
out, that's the most important thing. Start small and be
Definitely.
consistent. Because soon your 10 minutes a day is going to be 20, then it'll be 30, right? So be consistent and then step your game up over time. Don't try to jump into not having worked out in the last 10 years to now you trying to do an hour 5 times a week,
It don't
right?
even take all of that.
That's true.
No, I'm not trying to
You're not
be
trying
some
to
big
hurt
bulky.
yourself.
Well, my thing is I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. Now I know they train. Now I like this kind of walking places you can. I will say there was a point where I gave up my car willingly because I lived in the middle of the city and I started walking most of the places that I went. And I actually really loved it. Now, where I live now, you ain't really walking because I live a little bit out. It's not as easy to get to things, but I do love that concept. And I want to join a group of people that just walk. We just walk, go walk Stone Mountain. If you're in Georgia, walking Stone Mountain, Georgia, it's nice. We need to do more of that. Find things that are at the level that you can do and integrate them into your life. Be
Mm-hmm.
consistent.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important part. Just be consistent with it.
Mhm.
You know?
And Leanne, like you were saying, I know for me, I live, in Chicago. I'm in the city, so that's really hard. I have to be intentional about my activity because a lot of time it's so easy to be able to get on the bus, get on the train. I mean, I do have a car, but you
Yeah.
get lazy in the car, right? Because you can just hop in and
Yeah.
go. But when things happen where you may not have your car at that moment, well, now I got to get on the bus, I got to get on the train, so that means I have to walk. And it's like, oh man, I haven't done that in a while. But once you start doing it, you really feel better about yourself. That physical activity plays right into the mental, the emotional, all of it goes right hand in hand, honestly.
Yes, I agree. And it's something that we all need to do. So I feel like sometimes, even if you can take your car, if it's somewhere that you can walk, sometimes just walk,
Yeah.
right? You want to go pick up something from the little corner grocery store? Now, I'm not saying go when you got a shopping cart full of groceries. Get your little backpack. You just got to pick up a few things for dinner. Get your little backpack and walk to the store.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
You
that
know?
simple.
Now, it may take you 40 minutes versus the 5 minutes, depending on how far away, but you know, sometimes I'll do that. Or you could take your car a certain distance
Mhm.
and then you walk the rest. So if you take your car to where it's maybe a 4 or 5 block walk to where you're going, park your car there. Now you're still getting exercise in, right? We have to look at how can we think differently about moving our bodies more,
Mhm.
being consistent with that, and how it's going to help enhance the rest of our lives. Because we want to be able to operate at peak mental capacity, peak physical capacity for ourselves. We can't do that if we're not moving. We just can't. And I'm not saying work on being a size two. Look, I like to eat way too much for me to ever be probably a size 6 or anything again without surgery. Now I'm not opposed to surgery. And let me get my little extra coin up. Me and the doctor, I'm going to the Kodomov doctor. He's gonna hook me up. But you still have to be able to maintain that, which means you have to make changes in your life. So if you're living a more sedentary life, get up and do something. Just do something. Start. I joined a Facebook Messenger chat of people who work out, and the goal is for people to encourage each other. And I just was honest in there last night. I was like, I've been dealing with this depression and I don't even know where to start. Like I fell off all my little workout stuff that I was doing, and I don't even know how to start back. Find you a community of people who can help support you in that because they will do just that. How can we help you? How can we? That's the first thing they were saying. So realize that no matter where you are on your journey, somebody is more than happy to help you figure out what that looks like for you to start. And Tanya, we know you're working on getting your mental back together,
Mm-hmm.
but that's okay. And that physical activity can help with that. When you are getting too stressed and you feel it coming and you feel you're at that breaking point, I want you to remember, take yourself for a walk so that you can remove yourself from the stressful situation. Give yourself space to think logically and not just emotionally react in the moment. And I'm speaking to myself as I say this too, okay? Because that helps me too. Because trust me, we all have things. Like Sherry said earlier, we all have a story. We've all been through things, right? We can do better. We can be better. We can improve our mental fortitude, our physical fortitude, and improve the longevity and the quality of our lives, both personally and professionally, simply by getting up, moving, thinking differently,
You
right?
can change your mind. That is free.
Period.
Definitely.
You can go outside and work out. You can go try and do some cartwheels. Now, if you ain't never did a cartwheel in your life, I don't know if being in your 50s is when you want to start trying to do
Mm-mm. Too many doggone things can happen. Hell, the doggone walls and the floor be out to get me. I swear. I swear. I could just mind my business, walk across the room, and I'll be in trip twice. Nobody around. Nobody in the room but me. So we're not doing nothing new. We not.
You know what I want to buy? They have this chair kind of thing. It looks like a stool, and it has a dip in it where you can put your shoulders. It's supposed to help you learn how to do a handstand.
Ma'am, I strongly
Don't hate on me, and don't try to tell me no, because I'm gonna do it. And when I'm out there popping it on a handstand, don't say nothing to me, okay?
I'm just gonna submit to the court that we're kind of big breasted, and I don't need you poking eyes out and stuff. I don't need you trying to strangle yourself.
That's why you put the sports bras and the restraints on before you do that, ma'am.
Trust issues, ma'am.
We don't just go into it all willy-nilly. You gotta be prepared. But I saw this big girl do it. She teaches yoga and stuff. And I was like, if she could do it, damn it, I could do it.
Ma'am, she been training. She been working out.
You try and you get consistent. How do we learn how to do anything? We train. Okay.
That's true.
So when
don't make me come to Atlanta to the hospital to visit you, ma'am.
I'm going to look. I'm gonna put you on. It's gonna be on video when I try it, because you're gonna do it up against the wall, so it's not like I'm gonna topple over. It's like you're doing the hand. You put the thing by the wall, and while you're first learning, you're going to be up against the wall like this. So it's not like I'm gonna try it and then bloop, 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 bloop. We're not doing that. So you and
I are related. We go together, right? So can you go ahead and put me on for next of kin when I have to call? I'm gonna be on 9-1 on the day that you do it, and all I gotta do is press 1 for the ambulance to come and get you, ma'am. I can do that for you.
I appreciate that. See, this is what I will say to people. Don't let other people stop what you want to do. Okay? Don't let them discourage you. If you want to do it, then you do it.
You go do that.
Do things.
I want to know how that works out for you.
I bought me some roller skates so I can roller skate.
Ma'am, let me tell you about the last time I was with somebody that roller skated, and she was about 10 years older than me. She left out that bad boy probably on ambulance because she broke her arm. Because when we get older, we don't bounce like we used to and stuff.
You know how to roller skate, Sherry?
I don't. That's why I was just looking like, I don't have the grace for that right there.
Look, I tried. I bought the
my coordination and the way my weight is set up, like,
See, let's be real. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about shit. Tanya, don't be starting nothing. So the way we are women of certain age.
Tanya want to roller skate. I want to learn how.
I know inside your mind you think you can still do stuff. I understand it. I understand.
I don't have the coordination for it. Like just when you put this on and you trying to stand stable. I need the little tube thing that they give the little kids.
Yeah.
I need one of those until I get comfortable. And I need to go on slow skater night. Like when it's only some 6-year-olds that's trying to learn how to skate.
So you're gonna use
one all learn together.
Yeah, I need one of them to be like, where's your adult holder thingy? Okay. I need the adult holder thingy. Well, see, the problem is, Tanya, if you've ever been to a skate thing, you have to know when it's slow skate time, because these fools be out here bobbing, weaving, and you will get hurt if you don't know, because they be trying to move and groove and they trying to speed skate and all that. I don't want to be out there with them at all. I want to go on a night where ain't nobody gonna go, like a random ass Tuesday or something, Because
ma'am, let me remind you about what you got going on in 2025. Hospital bills is not a part of your budget, ma'am. I'm just
I
going.
agree with you. That's why I said I have not tried the skating thing. I said I want to learn how to skate, but I'm not. I'm too scared. I'm gonna bust a hip. Throw my
I'm
hip out
telling
of
you, old girl
whack.
left out of there. Next time I saw her, she had a damn cast on.
No, my friend who was
Yeah.
a great skater had a fall because this guy doing this speed skating thing bumped into her and it messed her up for a while. So I'm so scared. Skating is the one thing I will not do. You ain't gonna find me roller skating, rollerblading, ice skating. Those are things for other people.
Ma'am, I have an issue with flat shoes with no wheels. You want me to go?
You know what?
I'm trying to
She
I'm
said,
trying to keep it real with myself and with you at the
you
same
can
time.
get some of them. What they used to call those shoes that had the wheels on them?
The Heelys. My kids had them. I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm gonna tell you. You can learn to do things at any age, but make sure that you are doing it safely. Okay.
And don't do it right. Don't do it by yourself.
I'm about to say
Have
yes.
somebody with you.
Definitely.
Take care of
Get
your
somebody
ass.
to train you. Or, yeah.
Look, Sherry said it right. Get somebody who knows what the hell they doing and go take a class. Like you ain't just gonna jump in the water and try to swim. No, you're gonna go get some swimming lessons. Don't just try and jump on them roller skates. Go get some lessons. They got the little thing for you so you can keep your balance, because that's what it really is learning with skates and stuff like that. Is learning how to get your balance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
my center of gravity is not the same that it used to be.
No, because I used to be able to skate forward, backwards, doing the little turns and all the cutesy when I was young. And I don't know what happened. Somewhere in that college age, I lost it all.
It was having a kid for me, ma'am. I think it was.
It could be.
Yeah.
Well, as we wind down, I want to just, let's see. Do I have some tips? Because I do love to give a good little tip.
Yes, ma'am.
Or two. Okay. We've already talked about all these things. Okay, this is a good tip. And then what we're going to do is we're going to round robin to see how you can contact everybody, what new things we may have going on. So let's go with this. We've already said that consistency is more important sometimes than a lot of trying to do a bunch of things, right? Do one thing and get consistent in that one thing. So establishing a consistent routine that includes physical activity can really lead you to your long-term health benefits. Consistency helps in forming habits that stick, reducing the cognitive load of making daily decisions about when to exercise, what exercises to do, and for how long. This routine becomes a foundation for building other healthy habits. They say you can build a habit, anything can turn into a habit in 30 days. So for 30 days, do something, one thing to improve your physical well-being. Just try one thing. We're not saying try a new thing every day. Get one thing. If you've not been walking, I want you to walk for 10 minutes a day. Don't matter your size. 10 minutes a day. That might be you. It could be you walking to the corner and back. But try it. Do one thing for 30 days and see how, because you have to track too. Track what you started doing. Damn, I couldn't do this. That first week, you're going to realize, okay, I'm not as winded. That second week, oh shit, this little 10 minutes ain't nothing, right? By the end of that first month, you may be at 30 minutes because the 10 minutes, you feel so good about walking and you starting to get into your jam that now you got a new habit. And you think you can't even think right if you don't start your day with your morning walk. So just do one thing.
You owe you.
You don't owe nobody else but you. I love that. That's good. Look, let me get my fan. Let me get my fan so because that's a clackable. That was a clackable moment right there. That was. That was a clackable moment. So, Miss Sherry Robinson, do you have anything special new going on, or how can people get in contact with you and learn more about what you do?
Sure. So I am currently finalizing my second book, which is entitled "The Power of Pain," where I kind of actually get more into my story of what transpired and kind of birth Beauty for Ashes. I'm also on Facebook under my name. I'm on Instagram, which is on the screen there, and LinkedIn as well. And I got some other things kind of working behind the scenes that I'm getting ready for 2024. So
Awesome. And you guys make sure you go pick up that book. Give us the title one more time.
I got it here.
She says right here. Boom. Beauty.
Beauty for Ashes.
Okay.
The actual truth about love is not a fairy tale.
Go pick it up, y'all. All right. Sharonda, how can the people get with you?
I think I'm going to stop saying what I've been saying for several seasons.
Don't stop. They need to hear it.
Y'all, we are after April 15th. Some people are having to file doggone extensions, and they still drowning in their doggone bookkeeping. That's where I come in. Contact me at bookkeepingforlife.com so I can get your books together. Please and thank you.
I'm actually going to be contacting you for Wake Up Happy Sis, because I want to make sure that stuff is set up properly. Because
okay, I'm here.
She ain't got to be talking about my life all the time, though. Whatever.
I'm just returning a favor, ma'am. That's all.
And if you would like to become a part of the Wake Up Happy Sis family, head on over to wakeuphappysis.com. We're going to be moving away from the Facebook group because we're building our own community. Because Facebook has been playing a lot of games with people lately. And so we want to be able to connect with you guys authentically. So if you get on our mailing list at wakeuphappysis.com, you're going to be able to stay informed about what we're doing. Join our community, join our Sister Circle membership so that you can get the help in learning how to wake up happy every single day by focusing on your self-care and wellness. So with that, we also have the anthology coming out. It's called Gumbo for the Black Woman's Soul, and it is 10 beautiful women's journeys from trials to triumphs. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for when I start hitting y'all with the advertisement for this anthology, because it is dope. It is awesome. It is life-changing and transformational. So I want to make sure you're going to be there to get it. I want to say bye to all of our people over here in TikTok land, on Instagram, everywhere. And have the day that you're meant to have. Why? Because you control how you respond to everything that comes at you. Choose life, choose love, choose happiness, and gratitude. So with that, love y'all, and we're out. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Wake Up Happy Sis on KCCR The Brownstone. Make sure you show up every Monday